10 signs your woman is deeply in love with you. Love is a complex issue even for the ones who have been knee-deep in it for too long. On top of that, human behavior in itself is an intricate web of realities and facts to understand. Coupling both of these things together, it can be quite difficult to get the hint that the emotions one is showing are indeed of love. Everyone expresses the colors of love differently, depending on both their age and gender. Basically because their psychological and emotional responses to handle this thing called love vary. Women do it differently than men and vice versa. Though the former might tend to make it either more complex or simpler than it actually is. Love is a very beautiful yet a very weird emotion. When a woman is in love, no matter how mature, sensible or in control of her life she is, one will be able to observe a few differences or changes in her personality which would indicate that she is madly and deeply in love. She might act like a child or the wisest one. Sometimes she may be all loud and clear about it, and at other times, she will be exceptionally silent about it. It can be a total paradox at times too. She might say one thing while she means the other. Her actions, when she is in love, might not always coincide with her intentions. And all this confusion and not so straightforward behavior is all due to the fact she has hopelessly fallen in love with you. To harbor such strong emotions as those of love often makes a woman lose track of her common ground, making her behave rather unexpectedly and strangely. Here, we have a list of 10 indications which can tell a person that a woman is deeply in love with him. These changes are usually noticed by the man himself who wants to know whether the woman is in love or not, or by the friends of that woman. Unusually shy behavior. It is quite a common feeling to have those butterflies fluttering around in your stomach when you are around the one you love. Women, being the more sensitive ones, tend to handle such a sensation differently. When a woman is around a man that she is deeply in love with, people around her start to notice a few changes in her. Those changes in her mainly highlight the enhanced feminine qualities of the woman. People would observe that the woman starts to get shy over small things, such as communicating directly with the one she loves, hesitating to make direct eye contact, rigid body postures and so forth. Such shy body language is an instant and an obvious sign she has deep feelings of love for that special someone. She cares what you think of her, and her feelings towards you get the best of her, hence leading to all the shyness. When the man is around her, even her voice would turn a little squeaky and low. The reason for shyness is usually due to the increased heart rate and the butterflies in her tummy. In some cases, it is beyond the woman's control, no matter how confident she is. This is a really good indication of telling that she is in love with that man. Gives man presents without any reason. The exchange of presents is considered as a gesture of love and care. If a woman is in love with a man, she would buy presents for him without any reason. Usually, we buy presents for our loved ones on their birthdays or anniversaries, but in this case the woman would buy gifts without any proper reason. It is a really good indication of her love for that man. She likes to invest all that time and effort in first coming up with something valuable enough to gift you, going to a gift shop, buying you that present, then sitting back and relishing by seeing that smile work up your face. Your little moments of joy become her sole concern, and when she tries her best to be the one to bring up about those moments, know that she loves you dearly. A woman believes in doing such random acts of kindness in the name of love. She will also share more of her stories and special things, those that mean something special to her when she truly loves you. You might be gaining a present from a woman who really loves you, but you will only be expressing your feelings to you while doing so. Hence, do not let them go unnoticed. Know that she views you as someone worthy enough of her time and affection so as to give them something worth keeping. Acting slightly childish in front of the man she loves. As mentioned earlier, love is a beautiful yet a very weird emotion. It brings out the strangest parts of our personalities, ones even we get surprised to see blooming out of us when the one we love appears before us. A woman may start to behave childish around the man she loves because she would believe that she can be cute around him. Childish behavior mostly indicates cuteness. She will try to woo him by her innocent actions and words, but know that her intentions are highly pure, and acting innocent just shows a glimpse of her deeper feelings for you. Many people believe it can make a woman attractive, and it is all but natural for a woman to be jumpy, excited, cuddly and a little bit squeaky around the man that she loves. One cannot say that this childish behavior is shown in order to gain attention, but in fact it is completely natural, and it comes from the woman without her control, especially when something is strong and gripping like the hand of love is holding her down, getting the best of her senses. Sometimes, acting all childish might even end up making her look silly, which would make her special someone beam a little with joy and surprise. Her childish acts might also make her loved one more interested and curious as to the kind of person she is. They would want to get to know her more, which will only make her childish behavior bear its fruits. No, she would never bother to make herself look like that if she did not really harbor feelings of love for you, because after all, only love makes us deviate from our normal and routine behavior, making us do the exceptional for the sake of the one we love. Ask the man a lot about his life. When you love someone, it is general for you to want to get to know that person more. Get to know their likes and dislikes, what ticks them off, what turns them on and off, and so forth. When a woman is in love with a man, she would want to know more about him and about his interests, likes, dislikes and all the things that he wants to do in his life. If the woman shows a lot of interest in a man's life and asks a lot of questions regarding his daily routine, then it definitely means that the woman is trying to know the man more because she is in love with him, and deep down she has kind of planned a future with him as well. That is not to say that each time a woman asks you about your personality, she has deeply rooted feelings of love for you. But when a woman truly loves you, she tries to know you in a way no one else does. And this is where she tries to be sexy, and by that we don't mean sexy as in good looks and figure. Those are just mediocre things that fade away with time. You know what is really sexy? A real conversation, and not just small talk either, but the ones where you both really communicate and unravel like shadows to each other. So when in love, a woman will generally get to know the deepest parts of you, things that you love and why. Notice how she notices the shimmer in your eyes when you talk about things that you love and things that make you happy. You will see her love for you right there and then. Starts the conversation. Women mostly do not like being the one to start a conversation. Nothing personal though, but they just view this as a man thing to be the one who initiates the conversation first. Some men do not realize that when a woman initiates a conversation many times with him, whether it is on cell phone or in real life, it means that she is interested and probably in love with him. Of course, this indication does not prove that the woman is in love with the man on its own, but in fact different combinations of indications prove love. Therefore, this one can be a really strong indication if there are other signs as well. So every man should know that it takes a lot of courage for a woman to start a conversation, and if a woman does, then they should acknowledge it and appreciate it. She will converse with you like she does not converse with most people. Notice the excitement and joy in her voice when she talks to you, the way she eases herself into the conversation after starting it. She would not bother doing that really, to just ease into a conversation with just anyone. Unless she really loves you and wants to have a good talk with you. Shows interest in all that the man does. Another indication is that the woman would show interest in all the activities that the man does, irrespective of how manly these activities are. If a man plays video games, plays guitar, goes horse riding, goes racing, sits at home playing FIFA with his friends, or goes for any other activities which women do not normally do. If he observes that the woman is showing interest in all those activities and probably wants to join him as well, then it means that she is deeply in love with him. It is simply due to the fact that we make an exception for those we love, for those that matter most to us. So even though a woman might have the least bit of interest in how free kicks are done in football or how to gain plus points in a video game and so forth, and yet she is still there with you asking about all of that, making you show her how to do the things you like, then what more could it mean if not for her love and devotion to you? Seeing you happy and excited talking about your interests makes her happy, and that is why she bothers enough to spend all that time getting to know what those interests are and why they have caught your attention. She also knows it will make you more interested in getting to know her in return if she does so. It does not matter how boring that activity is. A woman would show interest if she really loves him, and she would want to know more about these activities along with all the other things that the man does in his daily life. Tries to impress the man physically. She would try to enhance her good features so that the man would notice them and like her. It is all but natural for a woman to want to make the man like her if she is in love with him. She would not necessarily dress up too much to make him notice her, but just enough so. It is obvious that once you love someone, you also start to genuinely care about their opinions of you. Looking good and presentable to them becomes a major concern for a woman who is in love with you. And when they deeply and sincerely love someone, women want their beauty to be rightly acknowledged and appreciated by that special someone, otherwise they will not really bother. Looking good for the one they love also gives them a higher sense of purpose, something that would make the one they love notice them more than before. And can we blame them? Love makes us do crazy things after all, doesn't it? Who knows, she might end up making you laugh or even smile a little bit. To see you in that state is also something she wants to witness, all going back to the fact that she loves you and cares a great deal about how she makes you feel. Looks happier when she is around that man. It is because she enjoys the time and enjoys his company. The happiness on her face is yet another one of the best indications for a man to know whether the woman is deeply in love with him or not. And notice her smile and how it reaches up to her eyes, a true smile that is. And that kind of thing only happens when she is around those that she loves, those that matter to her. So if she seems happy this in your company and you have such an effect on her, do not let it go unnoticed and know that it is only because she loves you that much to make her feel genuinely happy, positive and hopeful about the present. Even if she is sad or is having a bad day but becomes happy and cheery around you, she only shows that change due to the love blossoming in her for you. Happiness is a choice, as they say. So when a woman chooses to be happy around you, it is not just for nothing. She truly believes in you, in the good in you, in the difference you bring in her life and her feelings for you. Such happiness blooms in her every once in a while, so pay heed when it does. Gets shy while maintaining eye contact. They say only two kinds of people are unable to make eye contact with you, those trying to hide a lie and those trying to hide a love. For women, the latter case seems to be the more common one. If a woman is in love with a man, then while maintaining an eye contact with that man, the man would notice that she would get shy or try to look away. She will have blushed cheeks. This is due to the sudden increase in heart rate and rush of blood on her face, which would make her look away. This can be considered as one of the cutest indications, not to mention the pretty obvious ones, that she is in love with you and is trying to hide it only to fail at it. If you are perceptive enough, you should be able to notice these physical changes in her and come to the conclusion that this woman has deep feelings of love and affection for you. Pays a lot of attention to the needs and wants of the man. If the woman is deeply in love with a man, then she would pay a lot of attention to all his needs and she would make sure that he gets what he wants. She would try her best to please him in every possible manner. One can sort of relate it to the care that a mother would give to her child, because she wants to keep the child happy and pleased. Same goes for a woman who is deeply in love. Every woman has different experiences when she is in love, and every man probably experiences different things with women who have been in love with them. It is in women's nature to be this nurturing, caring and tender kind of creature who tends to others' needs. She knows she has nothing to gain. So despite knowing that, if she still chooses to know your wants and needs and fulfills whichever ones she can, then do not take it for granted and acknowledge her love for you. Bringing your hopes and aspirations to the light of day also falls under this same category. When a woman knows what you dream to accomplish, and if she loves you deep down, then it is only natural she will see your dreams as her own and will do whatever is in her power to make them come true. Her love for you then knows no boundaries. She will do what she can to appease your needs and desires, just to see you happy and content by the end of it, after you get what you wanted. This is a major indicator that the woman loves you. Women have a very selfless and tender nature. They will leave absolutely no chance whatsoever to show their deep love and affection, care and sympathy for you and your well-being. So when you see a woman doing any or all of these above-mentioned acts of kindness and love for your sake, then do not take any of it for granted. Know what you have when you have it before it is too late and you lose someone who really loved you and cared about you.